Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. Next up today we're going to take a look at some hot off the press Clone Wars figures. These guys are only just starting to see a release at retail over in the US, and here in the UK, like always, you're very lucky if you can find these guys in your average brick and mortar store. These have popped up on a few online stores, but they've sold out incredibly fast, so you'll be very lucky if you find these. But needless to say, they'll probably start hitting hard pretty soon. And if you want these guys, then honestly go out and get them, because they are probably some of the coolest Clone Wars figures that have been released in quite a while. And I'll get on to why that is in some future reviews. So first up today we're going to take a look at this guy. This is the Kamino ARF trooper, as seen in the Clone Wars Season 3. This is the trooper that we see taking pot shots at these squid-like droids that land on Kamino. We see this guy rushing to help the ARC troopers by mounting a rocket launcher on his shoulder and firing a missile at the droids that land on Kamino City. This is probably one of the coolest ARF trooper repaints that I've seen so far. There's nothing special about him really, but I think the deco that they've given this guy really sets him aside from some of the other ARF troopers. I think that the Geonosis style ARF troopers are probably the only figures really that stand out aside from this guy. So I'll get on to why I like this figure so much in just a moment. First up we're going to take a look at the packaging that he comes in. Now these new Clone Wars figures have seen a slight change in packaging. As you can see, the plastic bubble on the front no longer has the slot for the battle game card and display stand. Instead, the card can be found behind the figure and the stand is down below in the bottom of the bubble. On the top of the packaging you've got a very cool image of the ARF trooper, and on the back you've got a still image from the episode in which he appears. You also have an image of the figure, character description below, and the rest of the wave featured along the bottom. And of course I have reviewed Savage, Press and Plo Koon. Hondo and Arca I reviewed back in 2010 when he was released the first time around, and Commander Jet I have a loose sample from eBay which I'll probably get around to in the near future as well. So there is the packaging for the ARF trooper. Once again, like with most Clone Wars figures that I've been giving you a look at recently, this one does indeed come with a Clone Wars Adventures online code, which enables you to get 30 days worth of free membership. So once again, if you want to pause the video and snap that code up and enter it online, and you'll be in with a chance of securing yourself 30 days worth of free membership. So there you go, that's the code. And of course, like with most Clone Wars figures, he does indeed come with the battle game card with a very cool image on the top, and the display stand as well. So onto the figure. As I said, this guy is just a generic run-of-the-mill ARF trooper repaint, but definitely one of the best so far. As you can see on the side of the visor, he's got these sort of wolf-like emblems, very similar to Commander Wolf. He also has some sort of maroon, almost flame-like decals on the top of the helmet. Again, another wolf-like emblem on the flip side, as well as a couple of decals on the cheeks as well. That's the only added deco that he really has, aside from the maroon stripes down the arms. Other than that, he's just practically the same as all the other ARF troopers that we've seen. But as I said, I really do like the flash of colours on this one. In terms of accessories, as you can see, he is sporting a DC-15 rifle, which is the more updated sculpt that we first saw with Commander Stern and Lieutenant Thayer and so on and so forth. Interestingly enough, he actually comes with two of those, which is quite rare for a basic figure. As I said, Hasbro are really going out on a whim with these ones to give us value for money, as the next few figures that I'm going to give you a look at come with an absolute ton of accessories. So as you can see there, it does come with two rifles. Now since he does indeed come with two rifles, you also get a bonus accessory that can accommodate them, and that is this one. This is a rifle rack that was first seen with the Power of the Force Context Stormtrooper, and we haven't seen it since, aside from in a few multi-packs. Basically what this is a standing place accessory, which basically allows you to store your rifles. It's not the most sturdy of pieces, as you can see, it's quite bendy and flimsy. But basically all this does is just stand on a shelf or wherever you want to put it, and you can take your rifles and just slot them in place and set yourself up as sort of mini barracks, if you will. So a very cool accessory and a very welcome addition. Definitely something I wasn't expecting to see. I didn't actually know that this accessory was included until I opened the figure up, so I was pleasantly surprised with that. And then the final accessory, of course, as you will have seen from numerous reports online and from the photos from Comic-Con, is the speederboard that was first seen with the Clone Wars Quinlan Vos figure. This time around it's seen a slight deco change. Obviously, as you can see, it's got the Republic emblem on the base, as well as an accompanying maroon flashes to match the figure. You've also got that very cool, almost swamp speeder-like engine on the back, and once again your figure can stand in place on the board. Quite a strange choice to include with this figure, but I'm assuming this is to ride the waves of Kamino or something like that. But it's a pretty cool accessory and something I didn't mind seeing again, so yeah, I welcome it. So there he is, rifle racks and all, the Kamino ARF Trooper. Once again, just before I wrap this review up, I'll give you a look at those decals on the helmet. And as always, I hope you enjoyed having a look at this figure. Definitely one that I'd recommend tracking down if you're a Clone Trooper fan. Certainly adds a little bit of diversity and excitement to the ARF Trooper ranks, and as I said, certainly a very, very cool figure. So pick one up if you want one, and I'll be back with more reviews very soon. Until next time, keep collecting, and as always, may the Force be with you.